Well, my senior year of high school, I got drafted by the Texas Tornado, which was out of the Frisco hockey rink here, and I was still a senior in high school, so I enrolled in Frisco High School and spent the year there and graduated from Frisco and got to play for the Tornado that season and got to live here for a year. So it was pretty neat, and a lot has changed in 12 years. Just the buildings, there was, I think the tollway ended right here, and IKEA had just gotten built, and the mall was a big thing, and there was still lots of land. And now driving around, I barely recognized half the buildings. It's pretty cool because when I did play for the Tornado, we were obviously on the other rink, and you saw where the Stars got to park, and you obviously saw their rink over here, and you always wondered what the locker room looked like and kind of what the facilities were like, and we all looked up to those guys because that was obviously where we wanted to be. So it kind of all come full circle, and now you kind of get to park in that spot that you always thought was so cool. It's pretty neat to be able to come back and now have a chance to play for the Stars. Exactly. When you're that young and just playing in the NHL is a dream. It's something you always kind of hope could happen, and then to have it kind of come true, it's really neat. Yeah, so we came down we lived with what they call the Billet family, and the LaFada family took me in. They had 3 young kids, and it was cool. I lived in, I think, Plantation. I don't know if that's the name of the neighborhood or not, but Plantation, and it was a lot of fun. A great neighborhood. I drove back by the house. I think they've moved since then, but it's neat, and I still keep in touch with the family, the kids, and you kind of like a second family when they bring you in and treat you as a member of their family. You get pretty tight with them, and it's still fun to keep in touch with them. Well, I think you're starting to see the growth of the game. Kids are starting to get drafted out of Dallas now. There's guys that play in the NHL that grew up in Dallas. I think I was talking with a kid the other day. I think their midget program, they're 5th in the country. So I think you see the growth in Dallas. I think the team's been here for 25 years, and the youth programs are just getting bigger, and it takes a little bit of time, but obviously when the team's doing well and the Stars are winning, obviously everybody wants to follow, and the better we can do as an NHL team, it's just going to bring more attention to the kids, and they're going to want to pick up a hockey stick and go play hockey. I was a kid in St. Louis watching it on TV. I think it was in overtime. I think I had to go to bed. It was past my bedtime, but I was in St. Louis at that time. It was good. I was mostly in the minors that year, but I got called up a few times and got to see the way Hitch works. He demands a lot from his players. There's not going to be any easy days with him, and I think that's why he's been so successful. He's one of the most winning coaches ever. So he knows what he's doing, and it's an honor to play for a guy like that. That's one of the best at what he does. It's good. It's a little bit different situation. Obviously now, I've been in the league for a number of years, and that was kind of when I was first starting out. So I think it's good. He's a winning coach, and he's won everywhere he's gone. So when you have a chance to play for a guy like that, it's exciting because his pedigree and what he's capable of doing. So it's about us, the players, going out there and getting the job done. And if we can do that, and the town will follow, and all good things can happen from that. I think it's going to be a little different than last year. Obviously, Hitch brings in a different attitude, different systems, a little bit more defensive, and we have a big team over there. So I think there's going to be a lot of hits and grinding and all that stuff. So. And obviously we have some great goal scorers, and the Benns and Sagans and Spetzes and Radulov. It goes down the line. So it's just about coming together as a team now, and going out there and doing the work. We've had camp and the preseason games, and that's kind of good to get ready for the regular season. But now the regular season's beginning, and it's a fun time of the year. It's kind of like Christmas Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas. You just get excited. It only comes around once a year, and it's the first game of the season. Everybody's excited, the players, the coaches, the fans. It's an exciting time. So hopefully we can go out there and put on a good show Friday, and just keep going from there. That's nice to get picked like that, but that doesn't mean much. I think you got to focus on yourself and the team, and you just got to get better every day. And then obviously, as the season goes on, you'll figure out who the contenders are. But you can't look into that stuff. You got to worry about just getting better right now in camp and that first game and getting that first win. And kind of go from there. I mean, those reporters that pick that stuff, it's nice, but doesn't mean anything in August and September.